Good Sunday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. Wow, overcast. Hey, good Sunday morning there. It's overcast. It's not really cold. It's actually kind of humid and just warm out. But here we are as we trek over to the barn. What's it? The man cave, the ice cave. Yeah, it's Sunday morning, and we're gonna go up to the car show for a little while. Take the Harleys. Chris is going to ride his Honda Goldwing. Chris, my good friend Chris, it's hard to believe he has no more Harleys. Between he and his wife, they got rid of all their Harleys. And Chris is really a Harley guy. I'm just blown away that he parted out his Harleys, but oh well. So we're going to be riding the Road Glide and the Street Glide. Here they are. If you watch my channel, last night you saw the kid cleaning this up and getting her ready to go for today. She hasn't ridden this motorcycle, and now she claims over a year. Wow, she's super excited about riding it. And, it's just incredible how life plays out and how I tried to sell this so, forever and ever, could never do it. But here it is now, really. I'm so glad I didn't sell it because for me, I like two-upping it. That's the whole idea of my life. I'm just a guy that has way too many toys, way too much debt. I mean, I know people are scratching their head. How the hell does this guy think he's going to buy something else? Well, you know what? Never, ever give up. I mean, I say this all the time. Never, ever give up. I mean, and don't think that I haven't had, don't think that I'm some miracle guy that hasn't given up. I mean, it's just in life. You see the winners versus the losers, and the winners, the people, they just seem they never ever give up. I mean, who can just think back on like in sports with Tom Brady and other well-known, sports football players, and you really have just written the game off, and and all of a sudden, miraculously, you just see it all the time. You think it's over. And then all of a sudden, they come back to life. I'm having to get these jackets. Everything really could relocate as I get the dogs food. The dogs have no food. Look at that. They all cleaned out their bowls. So I'm going to get them food as I'm talking to you. So the whole point is, just, so for me, I'm sure some people are scratching their head that some things have come into the shop here. If you're really watching my channel, you know what that is. And we added another one. We didn't get rid of one, if you know what I mean by that. And then now I have a done deal on whatever I want to buy up at Dollar Stotch. Watch my channel. I have a done approved deal of really whatever I want to buy at Dollar Stotch. So now I'm on the fence, what do I buy? And I don't know. I'm going back and forth. The Durango Hellcat is nice, but I just don't like the Durango. And I just think, In the long term, I think I'll be like, that was a mistake. The black Grand Wagoneer, which I've owned already before, they have a silver Wagoneer, not as optioned out, but somebody that works there is driving the damn thing around. But that's really probably the more smarter purchase because it's less money. I'm just on the page. I really am not excited about signing up for these huge payments. And it's really under Stellantis Financial. So the way it's working is it's under my company name. And they've agreed to give me one more loan. Yikes, right? In my company name. So no, same here on my channel. I gotta take it back. Carvana has approved me for that Corvette. They would. Actually, Carvana has approved me to buy whatever I want in my personal name. That's no lie. But yet I go to the Toyota dealership and I can't get a deal done. I go to the GM, which I've been loyal as hell to right now with General Motors, I have the Blazer, I have the Camaro, and I have the the heavy-duty Bison. So I have, but there's something else. Why is it? Oh, the Colorado. So right now, for GM Personal, I have the Colorado, the Blazer, and the Camaro in my personal name. And then on my company side, I have this HD Chevy truck with no personal guarantor. And for me, I'm blown away. GM will not give me another deal. And what they want is a personal guarantor. So for those, once I submit a personal application, so I've already done this, so I already know what plays out. So once I apply and give my personal information up, then the dirt is shown. And what is it shown? Well, it shows that I have 2 repossessions from Ford Motor Company. Those are those 2 electric trucks. It shows that I have a repossession on the Harley-Davidson motorcycle, the Fast Johnny Road Glide. So there, bam, it's over. It's over. For any creditor that sees my personal side, they're going to be like, woo, no way, man. This guy's got problems. So that's why, for me, I'm blown away that Carvana, but Carvana's high interest, but they're not requiring a ton of money down. Now, we get it that if they wanted 50% of the money down, it would make sense to me, because in all reality, I can tell you straight up, if I went to a used car lot and I want a $30,000 car, I put 15 or 20 grand down and they charge me 30% interest, I can promise you they would give me that car, because it's nothing for them to lose. You know, they're going to make money off me. Plus, if I don't pay the payments, they're going to take the car back and they're going to make money. So I'm not going to get stuck. But the real point of the whole conversation is, so only right now, only way per se I get anything done outside of Carvana is I went to GM Financial, Toyota Financial, and it's just, so now I'm with Stellantis, who, even for me, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised they're kind of giving the deal, because there's been some times where I got a little behind in some of these cars, and I had to make a big payment to make him stay home. So even for me, I'm surprised. But now the question is, and this friend part of me is like, don't get anything. And I don't disagree on that whatsoever. So I don't know. But it's always the doggone tease you, where right now they're discounting these vehicles $20,000+ of, like, when I went out and bought my first Grand Wagoneer, I put down $20,000 for a $100,000 vehicle to be $80,000. Now I can buy the same vehicle without putting any money down, like putting down $20,000. So that's the danger. But the danger is it's back to a high freaking payment. Interest isn't bad on it. So part of me is like, I should get the lesser Wagoneer. So somebody out there is probably like, what's the difference between a Wagoneer and a Grand Wagoneer? Well, the Wagoneer is more of a base package. Same car in some ways, the looks, but it's more of a base package car. It doesn't have the high output Hurricane inline 6 twin turbo motor. It doesn't have the air ride suspension. Doesn't have the fancy wheels. Doesn't have the fancy interior. But on the Wagoneer now, you can upgrade it and you can get an air ride suspension. You don't get the high output Hurricane motor. So that's why I start to separate in price from being $100,000 to $80,000. So there's a possibility on that. But then I think, is it really worth it? But then I think maybe another Grand Cherokee, but I've had all this stuff. So I don't know. It's just for me, I'm still just thinking what makes sense and doesn't make any sense. And part of me says, do I just take and trade the Mojave for something else? But I really do like, this is funny, what is Prince chasing? So I really do like this Mojave. And if I bring that to the table, it's have negative equity, which goes in another vehicle. So I don't know. So I just don't know. I'm still weighing my options. Here's the interesting thing is, they have a brand new $85,000 Dodge Charger Scat Pack all loaded up. And here we go. This is the neighbors. The dogs can't get out. Oh, it's the whole jogging, man. So there's a ton of people. This is some little event where people are going to go sweat their ass off. And so they'll have to just run their ass off up this fence line because my dogs are going to chase them. But anyways, they got a really cool, like, jazz blue Dodge Charger all loaded up, but it's electric. And I know, man. And it's like, yeah, stay here, Pops. Hey, stay here. To get an electric vehicle, I mean, I hear every one of you, like, why the hell would you do that? But they're taking like $30,000 off the damn thing. But I know, even if you pay $50 for it, you'll be lucky to get $25 or $30 for it down the road. Man, these guys are wound up. Come on, Gypsy! Gypsy! So Gypsy would be the one who would jump out of the fence right now and go chase him. No! That would be my thing. Then Gypsy would go up the road. Just like that. So if we didn't put all this fencing in, this would be a major problem. This is classic. Everybody's... Come here, Gypsy. Gypsy, come here, baby. Good girl. Good little baby. Good little baby. Good little baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, puppies. Come on, puppy. Up. Get out. You little stinker. All right, so it's 8:20. I'm going to get changed. We're going to meet Chris up at the Starbucks. Come on, pups. And I'm sure there'll be a bunch more coming. I can guarantee it. So, anyways, this is more conversation, just sharing with those out there that watch my channel. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm still just kind of going back and forth on what makes sense and doesn't make sense to buy something, in which I don't think I should buy anything. Right, but yeah, right, whatever. And then tomorrow's the Carvana day. How does that play out? I don't know. And those watch my channel, like, your video content is all out of order. Well, it's because of this Insta360. This Insta360 is so much work when you get this damn camera. So see, when I'm using this here, and I'm using this here, I'm making separate videos, but I'm making videos from this to this, but then I'm making videos to this camera right here that I'm holding in my hand. And it gets very challenging trying to now figure out and sync. It would be today or tomorrow before I actually have a video you could watch. If I sat down and had to edit all this content, it's just not worth it. Come on, hey, come on, stop it. Rebel. It's just not. It's just too much work, everybody. So the thing is, oh well, it is. I'm not getting any tips. All the tips have gone away. There's just not really any money, so it's just too much work. You ride all day, I play all day, and I give you all this content, and then to come home in the evening and spend hours of editing this content, where for the most part, it wouldn't matter if it's in order or not. My channel's not going to have 20, 30, 40,000 views off of a video I made today. It never happens. This is a channel where 10 people participate, and I'll get a few hundred views, and it's it. That's it. I mean, that's the algorithm of my channel. So we've had that conversation 100 times. All right, so we're going to get loaded up. Maybe see some video time here of us rolling down the road. And when I was the one-handed bandit, the video content in my eyes was better. When I was one-handed bandit, I so believe the way you saw my daughter riding her motorcycle was so much clearer and more just like you were there. And then everything flowed because everything was on the one camera and everything was in sync from where we left in the morning to where I videoed. Now, I argued with Chris this morning. It's supposed to be raining this morning at 9 o'clock. And he's telling me, no, there's no rain. I'm like, it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to start raining here at 9 o'clock today. And it's so funny because Chris, every time we have this argument about rain, it rains. He's like, no, there's no rain coming, man. You're looking at the wrong weather map. I'm like, okay. And then every time he's been out this past summer, he's gotten drenched. I'm like, okay. I said, all right, we're up for it. I'm not far from the house. If I go up to town, I get drenched, I have to come back home and change. So that's it. Just trying to clarify for those out there. I'm not saying much about the Hornet. I'm going to leave it at that, okay? I ain't saying much. Need to do the Hidaka pipe. And to answer your question, CBR is getting the mods done to it, so I'll be back. And, it's all about two-upping it. And kind of today, in all sincereness, I would have been up for a ride my CB1000, but I didn't know this. The Hornet has replaced the Honda CB1000. I love this motorcycle. I haven't ridden in ages, but I love the look of it. I like the way it rides. And the interesting thing is, I never knew that the Hornet, the new Hornet 1000, that's a CB750, the new CB1000 Hornet has now eliminated that motorcycle. And I'm not really the fan per se of that look per se over that look for me. I like that look, but I enjoy that look more. So those watching my channel, once again, just kind of give you a heads up of all that's kind of going on. You kind of have questions lurking in the background, and I'm just trying to address and answer them to the best of my capability. And yeah, the dogs need to be shaved. Yep, and Gail said she's gonna throw me money if I shave all the dogs' eyes, the front of their face. We've been running every day. I mean, every day, man. We are all out. We're all out. I'm not lying. I gotta go. I'm out of time. God bless.